Hello and welcome to the Dick Campbell Gym here in Elmhurst, where the York Dukes will be facing off against the Titans of Glenbrook South. York comes into this matchup 14-4, while Glenbrook South comes in 8-3. One matchup to look out for is York's stud outside hitter, Katie Day, with 134 kills so far. She's been putting in the work and all the numbers. I'm Griffin Hanna here with John Finucane. John, what do you want to see from the York offense here today?
You know, just like you said, they're really grinding at these kills. You know, 134 to 66. You know, that's a big gap. Even though they've played 18 games, and Glenbrook South has only played 8. It's big difference, but that's no exception. They really know how to score these points. Really know how to get the ball.
For the Dukes, their starting lineup consists of Amalia Topolopoulos, Eileen Carroll, Katie Day, Lily Roach, Reese Timmerwilk, and number 16, Audrey Faley.
Looks like we're starting here, Griffin.
Barrow switch here, number 12, Ava Noraki coming in for the Dukes. Serving for the Dukes, Eileen Carroll. Dukes starting with the serve in set 1, today's match. Seems to be some confusion with the ball. Oh. New game ball here. Noraki ready. Sorry, Carroll ready to get the serve underway. Carroll sends it over. Titans play it well to their setter. Up to the middle. Good save by Naraki. Free ball from York. Sends it right to the Titans lib. Dumps it over, but Katie Day is there to cover. Katie Day with a roll shot over. Tight to the net. Out. Duke's point. Knocked out there by number 18, Ryan Kunth.
You know, Naraki, she had that great save. I almost didn't expect her to get that, but that was really breathtaking.
Titans field it. Free ball sent from Glenbrook South. And a kill from number 16. That's Audrey Faley off the set from Amalia. Great play there, just running a ball, getting it nice and high for her middle there.
Yeah, they know how to set it up. They know what their team can do.
Carroll sending it over again. This time, good pass from Glenbrook South. Big swing from number 18, Knuth, and gets the kill, in the net there. Carroll still serving for the Dukes. Carroll sends it over. Johnson with the out-of-position ball. Dumped over by the middle. Katie Day to the set to number 15, Reese Timmerwilk. You know, one thing coaches always preach is the out-of-system sets where the setter can't get there in time, so one of the other players has to get it to their outside pins. And right there we just saw some confusion. Day isn't able to get it high enough for Timmerwilk, resulting in the Glenbrook South point.
Yeah, you know, these players, they got fast feet, so they know how to move around.
Swing here from Katie Day, and it's called out by the line judge.
Ooh.
Glenbrook South point.
That was a really close one. Great thing, these line judges, they got the eye in the sky. They know what they're talking about.
Charlotte Kozak here to serve for Glenbrook South. Sends it over. Nora Zaki with the good pass. Glenbrook sets it to their outside. Kuth with the kill. Bouncing off the net, maybe bouncing off a block, but it still landed in bounds.
She just couldn't get there in time to make the save, bounce it up, get it set.
Kozak back to serve. Sends it over. Day with a great receive. And dump there from Faley. And a big block from Faley. Stuffing the defender. Naraki sends it over. Bit of an overpass. And Day stuffed at the net.
I don't know if the live stream caught it, but Audrey Philly, number 16, just swapped out. Went for a little water break.
Naraki sends it over again. Set to number 12. That's a big kill from Sarah Pejvik. Sarah Pejvik there with a big kill. Serving for the Glenbrook South Titans is Kunth. Sends it over. Received by Katie Day. Back to Day. And Day with a big kill. Going in, hitting line there instead of her typical cross, catching the GBS receivers off track.
That was a really good call on her part. You know, she usually has those predictable kills, but that one was nothing what they expected. Elise
Smith subbed in the game and sends that serve over. Back row attack from Kunth, and she hits it too far out. Just a little bit too much strength on that hit. Set there from number 11, Sophia Allison. Fielded by Kunth. Out of system ball here to number 4, right to Naraki. She gets under it. And big swing from Toliopis. Big swing and a big kill from Lily Roach.
Toliapu.
Elise Smith back to serve. Sends it over. Allison, number 12, dumps it over. And Allison with another dump there. Pejvik and Allison combining for constant dumps over the net, just catching these Duke players off their game.
Yeah, they've been setting it up this whole time. We've seen it. I've seen it. Griffin, you've seen it. They've set it up. They've been just...
Walters passes it. Smith sets it to Day. Day with a good, sharp cross. Kehoe to Smith. Called inbounds there. GBS ball. Logan Walters still back there to serve. Serve to Naraki. She gets it up to Smith. And Roach with the big kill there, but in the net, or a double actually. Sorry for that missed call. Double there from Smith. Walter, received by Kehoe. To Toliopis, but still another big block from the GBS defenders.
They've been all over this net, haven't been able to get really low hits, low kills for this Dukes.
Walter sends it over again, back to Kehoe. Smith sets it all the way out to Day. Day with a big swing, and it gets through the block from GBS. One thing we've been constantly seeing is that Kehoe's getting constantly targeted in their serve-receive here. Getting subbed out for number 2. That's Eileen Carroll checking back in the game. Katie Day back to serve for the Dukes. Day sends it over. Big swing from GBS. Back to Toliopoulos. Number 9 for GBS sends it over. Again to Amalia. Trying to get the block, and too much. Duke defenders couldn't get their hands on it.
You know, Day, she's been doing great. This whole starting roster has just been doing great. Really been able to figure out what these Titans are going to do and just been able to stop it.
Sophie Allison sends it over. Great serve there. Naraki with a good out-of-system ball. Big swing from Carroll. Almost got GBS. And GBS hits it out. Duke point there.
Yep. Naraki's just been switched out, but other than that, she has been able to make great saves and been able to launch it up, been able to get it set even from that far back position.
Let's see. Smith. Amalia, big swing. And just a little too much, but it's received nicely. Hit out by the GBS outside. That was number 18, Ryan Kunth. Sorry, we lost the name there.
Naraki, she made that great slide, almost hit it back up, but she knew what she saw, and she hesitated.
Received by Kunth. Set to number 17. Received by the Dukes. Carroll dumping it over. GBS in the net. Dukes point there.
That was almost a great kill from Day right there.
Amalia back to serve again for the Dukes. Trying to extend this 12-10 lead. Tight to the net, but great job by Amanda McCuzzies to get that nice and tight and tap it over the net. Back to serve. It's number 8, Campbell Johnson, the libero for GBS. Johnson sends it over. Received by Carroll. Amalia sets it out to her pin. Too tight, overpass, but Naraki's right there for the tip. Johnson lays out for it. Kunth with the big kill, tapping it over. Amalia couldn't get there, no cover. Great awareness there from Kunth. Campbell Johnson back to serve for GBS. Received by Carroll. Amalia just dumps it over as it was rather tight. Amalia sets it out to Emily Zitek. Trying to give it to number 12, Pajevic. Let's see. Allison. And it's hit out by Horacek.
That was another great look from Naraki. She could have hit it back up, but she knew where it was. She saw the line. She pulled her arms back at the last second.
Eileen Carroll sends it over the net. Allison. And it's hit out once again. Sydney Horacek hitting it out. She might have to tone down the power with these swings. She keeps hitting them out.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a coach's call. Definitely a little improvement when she gets off of the bench.
Received by Grace Niedermeyer. And that time it's blocked. Horacek can't get over. And then Kunth can't get the ball over the net either. This York Dukes block is just putting it up every single time these GBS attackers swing.
Yeah, they've been able to block, they've been able to attack, they've been able to do all you expect from this team.
Back here, Charlotte Kozak for GBS sends it over. Norizaki there to Katie Day. Day with the roll shot. And a big swing from Kunth, hitting line, maybe getting paint there. What a swing.
That was very close to being called out, but very strategic play.
And a good set from Sophia Allison there.
Can't tell the difference nowadays, can you?
Kozak serves it into the net. Duke serve here. Naraki going back to set. Serve.
Lily Roach is back out from the bench. Love to see her back in the game.
Naraki sends it over. Johnson. Kunth with the big swing. Toliopoulos. Big swing from Katie Day. Just a routine roll shot, but gets the job done. Kunth matching that roll shot. Toliopoulos today. Day trying to push it, but number 1 was there. Kunth blocked, but the blocked from York, but it still found its way over the net. No cover. GBS point.
Yeah, Katie Day, she's been making these the same play. It looks like over and over. She keeps setting it, trying to get a hit over right by Amelia.
Kunth sends it over, and it's another serve into the net from GBS. That's definitely one thing their coach will have to say to them at the set break. Stop serving it into the net.
Yeah, stop serving it into the net. Get some less power on those hits too. You know,
in this one-score game, those mistakes are crucial. Carroll. Allison. Ooh, a little two-hand dump with a downward angle. Toliopoulos sends it over. Dump from Allison. Toliopoulos swings. Allison sets to number 4 of GBS. Katie Day, roll shot. Allison to Pejvik. Let's see. Lily Roach, free ball over. Allison to number 4. That's Maddie Matias. But it's blocked by the York front row. Back to serve is Elise Smith here for the Dukes. Trying to keep this 17-15 lead growing.
Yeah, if they don't keep making these mistakes, this could be a power.
Allison to Pejvik. Ooh, maybe a missed double there. Out to Mederich. And in the net, Toliopoulos is in the net there for York. GBS to serve.
You know, you put pressure on that net, but sometimes you get those mistakes that happen, and there's a fine line from having pressure and making mistakes like that.
Walter serves it. Day can't handle the serve. Bad receive there. Goes into the ref stand. GBS point. John, one thing we've seen is a lot of unforced errors here. How can you expand on that?
You know, unforced errors, it's just stuff that happens. You know, York, they're trained to be fast. You can see that in all their sports, and especially volleyball. They're moving around. They don't really get a good grip, not a good hit on some of these balls that come over.
We were just talking about unforced errors there, and Toliopoulos hits it too far out. Walters sends it over. Cahill to Smith. Smith sets to Day. Day with the big swing. Ooh. And it looks like it hit paint there, but called out by both the line judge and the ref in the ref stand. Timeout from Coach Peter Razik.
I think he's gonna talk to his girls, you know, to tell them fix these errors, to tell them exactly what they can do to be better, and that's exactly what he expects coming out of this timeout.
I expect both coaches to be talking about the unforced errors. What else do you think they're talking about, John?
Just trying to get less speed on some of these serves. You know, we've seen a lot of them go out, and trying to just be at your position, be able to hit it over, and blocks too. A lot of improved blocks.
We've seen some good blocks here from York, but just no one covering those blocks, and GBS hasn't been able to put a block up all set so far, so let's see if there's any major adjustments coming out.
Yeah. Looks like the Titans' timeout has been held a little longer than York's. Probably had a lot to talk about then.
For York, it's Naraki, Cahill, Day, Smith, Roach, and Toliopoulos. Walters retains serve here for GBS. Sends the float over. Naraki with the great receive. Smith to Day. Day with the big swing. But it's dug very well from GBS. And a big block from York. Ooh, looks like they were under the net there a little bit. Toliopoulos with the swing. Keeping it alive there after the free ball. Smith, Toliopoulos. Toliopoulos with a big swing. And it gets through the GBS block.
That was a nice kill to see. Toliopoulos, she didn't expect it. She thought it was going to get blocked, but it looked like it hit off the hand of the blocker, and it just got him a kill, got him an extra point in this, like you said, 1-point game. Day
with the serve. Coming in for York, we have Eileen Carroll. Coming in for GBS, we have Sarah Pejvik and Campbell Johnson. Smith to Amanda Miskuzis. Miskuzis there with a big swing. Coming in for GBS, coming in for Charlotte Kozak is number 17. That's Sydney Horsek.
I wonder if they're trying to get their original lineup back. They've been able to talk about making these changes and trying to see if it works.
Sophie Allison sends over the float. Little bit of an overpass from Naraki. And number 9 right there to send it right back. That's Amanda McQuade.
Nobody was there to block that. That's, they've been able to make those just like quick dives, been able to get it back up. But
one thing to notice is that Campbell Johnson, the setter, is serving, so set is dead. Another tight ball to the net, and the GBS front row is just sending that back between McQuade, Horsek, and number 4, Maddie Matuas. It's just been constant blocks.
Yeah. The Katie Day, Smith, Roach, that front line, they've been able to send that ball over, make blocks. But it looks like these timeout adjustments have really been impacting the Titans. They know exactly what to change. They see what they're looking at. It's different than looking at film because then you actually have real experience in the game.
Dukes break the huddle here, retaining the lineup that was previously out. Let's see. GBS girls coach trying to get her girls going.
Looks like they've been holding these little timeout huddles for a lot longer than York has.
Shows just how much Coach P trusts his girls out there and believes in them.
Oh, yeah, nothing but trust.
Allison sends it over. Point GBS as it's tipped.
Yeah, Smith just couldn't get there in time to make that, just save it from going out and get another point for Titans.
Allison sends it over again. Carroll, another overpass, and although lucky there, Amanda McQuade was in the net there. Time sub York. We have a libero switch and number 3 checking back in the game.
This is the JV player we talked about before. Didn't see her on the roster.
Allison to Horsek. Horsek, great dig from the JV player. Carroll, big swing, and it gets through the block of GBS. Great transition there from York, getting off the block, going back right to the swing.
Yeah,
love to see it.
That was a great play there. Can't even critique that.
And another big block from York. Carroll and Faley combined to send that right back where it came from.
That's a powerhouse duo in that front net.
Serve inbounds there. Oh. What an amazing
all senior roster, and to make a play like that, it's very, very impressive.
One thing that's very interesting is York lost 9 seniors last year as they all graduated. A lot of spots being filled in this roster between juniors, seniors, and some sophomores out there as well.
That's what happens when you come to these higher level sports, varsity, JV. You start losing players when graduation season comes around. But it looks like Coach P, he's been able to get these juniors up, get them ready, and he has a lot of trust in them. You see, breaking these huddles quicker. He knows that that his girls are listening to him, and he knows that they'll stick to the game plan. No audibles.
We apologize again to the JV players' family as we do not have the names of the JV roster. Sent over. Roll shot from the JV player. And a big swing from number 9, but it's sent back by the York block. Big swing from Matthias. Carroll sends out over a roll shot. Allison to McQuade. McQuade looks like she was in the net there, but must have just been the ball. GBS point.
Yeah, that was another one of those errors that we were talking about before, That one just got let out. No control of the ball. Looks like there's a sub of the unknown JV player.
Libero switched to get Naraki back in the game. Number 10 for GBS. That is Grace Niedermeyer sending over the serve. Day receives it. Carroll, big swing, but the GBS block is there. Great cover. Toliopoulos tips it over. catches the block off their timing and just sends it right over their hands.
Yeah, that was beautiful to watch, you know. Very light touch, just went right through the block, and even the defenders, they couldn't even know what was going on.
Great play from Toliopoulos there. Sad to see her leave the front row. Toliopoulos set to serve. Johnson with the cover. Allison's trying to set it to her outside pin, but just not high enough and too close to the net. Duke's ball.
Yeah, you know, you run the risk of getting those kind of points, you know, get in the net, but it's worth it for a save that sometimes, and more fortunate, never happens.
24-24 here as Toliopoulos sends it over. Horsek trying to make some points for her team, and she does with a big kill. Naraki wasn't able to get there in time to dig the big swing from Horsek, and now we have a 25-24 set here going into extra points, as you must win by 2 in volleyball. Overpass from Carroll, and that's sent right back from Ryan Kuth. GBS takes a set 1 with that explosive last 2 plays.
Yeah. You know, Coach P, he looked a little frustrated by that last play. You know, I think he thinks that was an easy save that just didn't happen. But I bet he'll make these adjustments. He's looking like he's not even trying to make adjustments. He knows that he trusts his girls still. He knows it's just an error and it's a mistake that will be fixed. Like
we said, a ton of unforced errors from both teams here, just trying their best out there, and you know, mistakes happen, but the key is you just got to learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, the key is also great coaching. You know, Coach P, he's a great guy too, and he understands what the game of volleyball is and how to really make adjustments in these little tiny seconds you have, and that's what we've seen when timeouts are called. He breaks these huddles quick, and he trusts his girls to stick to the game plan and make those plays.
We'll step away right here as the first set comes to a close. How do you know it's Emma? Because it's ready. Here we go.
Oh, you didn't see that.
Hello and welcome back to the Campbell Gym. We apologize to the Brothen family. We now have the name of the JV player, Emma Brothen. So shout out to her playing up in varsity as GBS gets a point off the big block there.
Yep. That was a very quick play. I really don't have a lot to say to that. I couldn't really keep up with that, but I'll be better at my job later.
Back to serve Campbell Johnson. Kehoe. Toliopoulos. Day! The roll shot out of bounds. I expected a big swing there from Day, but playing more
cautiously,
yes,
looks like.
For sure. Definitely talked about the unforced errors and everything.
Yeah.
Johnson. Norak receives it well. Day with a big swing. Tight pass from Johnson there, and it's just tapped back down by number 16, Audrey Faley. Lily Roach coming into the game for Faley. In volleyball, you can be benched after a great play, and that's just how the rotation works.
Yep.
The Rocky sends it over. Way to keep it low. Great serve. Roach to Toliopoulos. Big swing from Katie Day. High pass, sky ball even. Pejvik just dumps it over. A little bit of a free ball. Roach, another swing. Targeting Campbell Johnson. Number 10 for GBS swings it over. Toliopoulos dumps. Big block from Pejvik. Naraki, 15, tips it over. Allison to 18. That's Kunth. Little miscommunication there. Both Kehoe and Naraki going for that out-of-system ball. Typically, the libero gets the out-of-system ball, but must have not been able to hurt her. Great set volley, though, from both teams.
What I've realized watching that whole volley was, the Titans, they're going for more mid-range kills when York is going for those close range. They're getting those heavy hits right to the ground.
Charlotte Kozak here to serve for GBS. Sends it over. Kehoe receives it nicely. Day with a big swing, but Doug. Big swing from Kunth, but a big block, but it's knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, that's not something you want to see when you make a big block like that.
Reese Timmerwilk and Lily Roach combining for the block there. Just couldn't keep it in bounds. Got to rotate the hands in, not out. Kozak floats it over. Toliopoulos trying to serve it to Roach. Too low. Roach just has to bounce it over. York point as it was a side out there from GBS.
That was a funny little serve she did. She kind of popped it up and then just used her hand to just push it in a little bit.
Number 7, Elise Smith checking into the game here to serve. Trying to shrink this 2-4 deficit. A little bit of a topspin on that serve. Don't know if that was intentional or not. Roach and Pejvik joust at the net. Pejvik getting the best of them, but York retains possession. Sent over by Pejvik. Smith doing her best to keep it up, but just can't get it. Trying to set it when you got to use your platform once it gets low enough.
Yeah, once you're low to the ground, there's not really a lot of pop you can do to get it back over.
Like you said, you can't do much when it's too low or unless it's a lift. Kunth sends it over. Smith sets it to Day. Day trying to do a roll shot. Looks like she just didn't get the right angle or just didn't have enough speed on it as it gets nowhere near over the net.
Yeah, that's not something you expect from her, but it's something that she'll definitely take into consideration coming forward in this set.
Kunth back to serve. Floats it. Smith sets it to Day. Day with the big swing, but the GBS block is there. Allison to number 4. That's Maddie Matias. York block was there, but again, hits it out. They got to rotate the right side for York's just got to rotate their hands in, push that ball back towards the court instead of out of bounds. Kunth sends it over. Naraki to Toliopoulos. Toliopoulos with a roll shot. Good roll shot, but they're right there for it. And Pejvik with a nice, a lift from GBS. Pejvik's kill there erased now. Katie Day back to serve.
You're looking at all these players and they're making their plays. They're showing what they got, and they're not really changing up.
Float serve from Katie Day, and Pejvik swings it, bounces 10-foot right over the York block.
I saw some flames coming off that ball. She really hit it.
Let's see. Walters serves it. Day receives nicely. Smith to Toliopoulos, and Toliopoulos just with a beautiful little tap over the net, just lets it drop in there right over the GBS block, but too far for the back row to get there.
That almost looked careless for her. Like, I do this all the time. No need, just put the point already on the board. She knew it was going over. She knew she was going to get that point.
Emma Brathen here to serve. Again, we apologize for not having the roster earlier. Sends it over. Allison to Matrias. Let's see, Carroll sets it over. Allison, back row attack here, trying to get Kuth involved in the offense, and it's a good kill. And there it is, the kill is official. Great dig from the York back row, but Kuth just too much power on that serve.
That was also a really great volley. You know, York and the Titans, they both had some great saves and some great blocks that continued the volley.
Sophia Allison here to serve. Day, Naraki, Carroll, big swing. GBS block was there, but just couldn't send it back. Got through the hands, right, pinned it up against the net. Great kill from Carroll there.
Yeah, looks like they're starting to get their fingers warm, their feet warm, and starting to realize what they got to do.
Amalia Toliopoulos sends it over. Allison to the number 17. Number 17 with the kill. That's Sydney Horacek. 10 checking in for GBS here. That is Grace Niedermeyer.
Oh, looks like we have another switch.
And number 5 in the game, Emily Zetek for the Dukes. Niedermeyer back to serve. Toliopoulos sets it. Good swing there from Carroll, but double from GBS. Duke's point. Carroll back to serve now. For your back row, you got Carroll, Toliopoulos, and Naraki. For the Duke's front row, we cannot see at the moment. Johnson to Allison. Then to number 17, that's Horacek. Sydney Horacek with the big kill. Pejvik coming in the game for number 9, and Amanda Miskuzis. Campbell Johnson back to serve for GBS.
You know, Campbell Johnson in the Campbell gym. Funny to see that.
Oh, I see what you did there. Kehoe to Toliopoulos. Day with a big swing, but the block is there. Toliopoulos back to Day. Day, droll shot, but it's great. Campbell Johnson can't get her hands on it. Just straight into the net.
You know,
a little bit of a low pass there.
When number 12 and number 17 are next to each other on this Titans defense, they're looking like a wall. It's something you can't get past.
Couldn't agree more. Horacek and Pejvik combining just for great stuff. Kunth with the swing. Toliopoulos sets to Day. Day taps it over. Good hustle there from Niedermeyer to get there. Kunth. Wow, what a tap over. Nice little roll shot. Super sharp cross there. Duke's utterly shocked by that.
That was a very effortless play from Kunth, right? Yeah, Kunth.
Yes.
And York, they're still looking shocked. They're kind of disappointed in themselves that they couldn't make that block, but it's how this game works.
Kozak serves it. Naraki sets to Day and out of system ball. Day with the big swing. Can't get the kill though. Kunth with so much power there. Surprise, Toliopoulos even got her hand on that.
Yeah.
Overpass comes over the net. GB's eyes light up at that as Sarah Pejvik just sends that right back.
That looked like it had some flames on it when it was coming over the net. That was very impressive. A lot of power, really focusing on how to, and you know, one key thing I'm going to say is they're really learning how to focus in on their power from determining from serves and just hits over, just kills and blocks. They're really just dialing in.
Looks like GBS really cleaned up the unforced errors here. Dukes continuing just some bad passes and forcing themselves into out-of-system plays where the setter just can't get to their spot, and then another player has to give them at least either a set or a pass to one of the outside pins, which is always difficult.
Yeah, those really fast hits over the net has been really, really hurting York. The girls, they can't get into their spots, or they're either stutter stepping, miscommunications. That's the errors we've been seeing mostly.
Kozak back to serve for GBS. Back row for the Dukes consists of Day, Kehoe, and Naraki. Hit to Kehoe. She receives it nicely. Dump from Toliopoulos. GBS point, though. Don't know what was called there, but remains GBS's serve, and they got the point, extending their lead to a 7-point lead.
Yeah, a little confusing on that call, but, you know.
Ooh. Looks like it hit a hand up there at the net. Kozak trying to take out one of her players.
Ooh, maybe a little rivalry on the court.
Could always use some more minutes.
Yeah.
Elise Smith back to serve. Smith sends it over. A little bit of a topspin on there. Don't know if that was intentional. Kuth with a roll shot. Naraki right there, though. Set to Toliopoulos. Big swing and a tip ball at the net. On your screen at home, it might have looked like it was out, but the tip at front made it Duke's point. Smith retains the serve.
That's another great call by these line judges, you know.
Johnson to Allison to Pejvik. Out of system ball here. Toliopoulos just pushes it out, trying to get to the back corner where players aren't there all the time. In the net, number 1 for the Dukes. Toliopoulos called for being in the net there. GBS's point.
Yeah, Roach looked a little confused on that call, thinking she saw something that these judges didn't see. But, you know, it's the call. It happens. Errors happen, too.
Kuntz sends over the serve. Oh, my goodness! Pejvik just putting a roof over there, over the Dukes.
Yeah, no room for them, no place to go, and almost a miscommunication on York's side.
Call her Rocket Mortgage the way she puts over a roof over your head.
Allstate, we're there for you.
And another ace from Kuntz right there. This GBS team is on a roll. I wouldn't be surprised if Coach P goes for a timeout, and he does, trying to rally his girls.
Yep.
I believe York will fight tooth and nail here, but I don't know. 8-point comeback is quite a large deficit, but never count out the Dukes.
Yeah, you know, 8 points hard in volleyball, but I'm hoping that Coach P, he can get his girls riled up. He can tell them what he's seeing, the mistakes that they're making, trying to get them fixed.
All they really need is one. All they really need is just one long run with limit mistakes and no side outs.
Yeah.
I'll make it.
Naraki. Oh, Roach with the big kill, but in the net. Roach called for being in the net there. GBS's ball.
Yeah, you know, errors still happening.
Kuntz. Ooh, little miscommunication there. Roach jumping with her platform.
Yeah,
that's one mistake you do not want to make.
Couldn't get a handle on that ball right there, but nothing you could do now.
Kuntz retaining serve on this long run. Smith. Toliopoulos with the big swing, but too much on there. Too big of a swing, if I do say.
Yeah, too much power on that one.
York girls huddling before next serve, just trying to build some momentum here. Kuntz continuing this serving run and just serves it out of bounds. One of the few unforced errors we've seen from GBS this set.
Yeah, very common looking from these Titans. And now it's 2010. Looking like a hard comeback for York, but they're going to fight.
Big kill there from GBS, extending this lead to 21-10.
I thought I just zoned out.
Back to serve Walters. That's really her only role on this varsity team, and she does a great job at it.
Oh, yeah. You know, these coach picked a great player for that great position.
See, Toliopoulos serves to Roach. Ooh. Roach with a big kill.
That's got me pepped up.
It's going right over the GBS block. This is not a good sign for the Dukes. Sarah Petrovich is coming back in the game. Or, sorry, just a libero switch there. That block is staying where it is on the bench. Brathen sends it over. Johnson, a good out-of-system ball. Called out for Maddie Matias. Serve called out there.
You know, what we were announcing, looks like Lily Roach and Norak got benched. Little switch of the players.
Allison to Matias. Johnson out of system ball back to Matias. Just roll shots it over. Make sure to get it to the other team. Carroll swings on the out of system. Big kill from Eileen Carroll.
Yep. Carroll, she saw that one. She saw the area where nobody was, and she just hammered it down.
This is what we needed to see from this York Dukes volleyball team. Just rally around them and get this run going. Allison to Matias, and Matias hits it out, but it was tipped. GBS's point right there. Naraki coming back in the game. Same with Roach. Libero switch here to get Naraki back in the game.
Definitely some frustration from Roach coming off the bench, and she was very angered by that call.
GBS brings the heat with the serve. Carroll swings on it. Good dig from GBS there. Toliopoulos out of system ball to Carroll. Carroll, another big swing. In GBS's point, no paint there. Just barely out of bounds.
Yeah, that one you can't even critique for too much power. That was just bad placement, and you really can't do anything about that.
Sophia Allison set to serve. Katie Day receives it. Good pass to Toliopoulos. Eileen Carroll just dumps it over. Gets over that GBS block. What a great play.
Carroll is on a kill streak. Get her a UAV. That's 3 of them.
Toliopoulos back to serve for the Dukes. Looking to mount a huge comeback while holding GBS. GBS now 1 point away from winning the set and winning the match. See if the Dukes try and make one last push here. Got some new faces from York's bench in here. We got number 16, Audrey Faley. She's not new, but number 5, that's Emily Zetek. Or some not so familiar faces. Carroll with a big swing right there to cover it. Out to Zetek. Zetek swings on it, just trying to get it over. Allison, big kill from Reese Eggener to end the game. And that concludes the match tonight between the York Dukes and Glenbrook South Titans. Glenbrook South Titans winning in just only 2 sets here. It's Dukes looking to bounce back in their next game. Well, GBS is trying to keep it rolling. For YSN, I've been Griffin Hanna.
And I've been John Finucane. Thanks for watching. Good night.